Well, we were going to open with a joke or something kind of to lighten the mood, but we really couldn't think of anything funny to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we were gonna switch to Nerf, and that didn't. No one really globbed onto that, and then we tried Penguin Airsoft. That was a complete flop,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Yeah, we had a game yesterday, and
Yeah,
we were the only two there.
what the heck?
Um,
The only two. My gun was broken, so he was just shooting at me, and I was just standing out in the field.
yeah. I think all we have to talk about is attendance. We really need guys to show up in order to have an airsoft team or make these briefings worth it, fixing guns.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're not even going to show up to a game that we had yesterday, which would
Yeah.
be Wednesday
Mm-hmm. All
at 9
day.
in the morning,
Yep.
while everyone was at work,
Mm-hmm.
that may have been why they didn't show
Maybe.
up. Okay, guys. All right. First topic for today. We want to talk to the winter guys that came sort of during the January, March kind of period. Please reconsider coming to some summer games. We had some guys come that haven't showed up again, and I really think that you should reconsider coming to Wolf because airsoft is definitely a lot more different in the summertime than it is in the wintertime because you have guns not functioning properly, just the overall atmosphere, and it's like it's so cold or something like that. But summertime airsoft is where it's at. You know, we do the winter games because we love airsoft so much that we want to keep going with it. But really, really think if you're watching this video and you came to a winter game, you know, March before that, please reconsider coming. It is so much fun. Any of the guys in this community will tell you that it is 10 times more fun than in the wintertime. So I'll just leave it at that because it's pretty straightforward. You're gonna have a ball. I mean, talk to the guys that came to the night game. I mean, that a lot of guys like that. So I feel like that's all about that topic.
Yeah. Just like to get detailed is in cold weather hop ups in like an M4 seem to not work so well, which is why we're going all AK. The AKs just seem to work better in cold weather, warm weather, and they're very durable so far. Moving on, the next topic is some of the game modes that we've tried. Not necessarily game modes that basically were inspired by the story mode that we did during Divided. So what we'd like to do is retry them not in a story mode. Um, Go over the rules again, help you guys kind of grasp a little bit better the objective that we wanted in these games. Um, if we can get at them, I think one thing that we learned as admins is don't introduce a brand new game mode that we've never had any experience with on a story mode game because it didn't go over so well. So we want to work on these because when we came up with them, and some of it was from input from you guys, they sounded like really good ideas. Some of you heard about the new kill confirmed idea that we've got, and that just sounds really awesome. We haven't gotten to try it yet, and we want to go over some of the divided game modes just because I feel that there's potential to play a game that we haven't played before. And honestly, like I think about Capture the Flag. The most fun I ever had in a Capture the Flag game was our second Capture the Flag game because the first one was almost a flop. Like the flags were placed in stupid areas.
Mm-hmm.
it was bad the first time. It was almost a failure. But we did it again, and we revised, where you can put your flag, where you can respond, where your flag is, and
Mm-hmm.
it changed the game so much. It was a new game mode. Everybody was having a blast. That was the most fun in Capture the Flag. Now, there have been some awesome games since then. And there have been some games that didn't go so well. But that's airsoft. Sometimes you're going to have a sweet game. Other times it's just going to be, well, we need to tweak this or adjust that.
More specifically, he's talking about Behind Enemy Lines, which we tried, Divided Part 2, and in Divided Finale Rush, or we called it, what do we call it? Like Assault? I forget what it's called. I'll have to look that up. But we're going to retry those two. Behind Enemy Lines was the Down Pilot-esque game mode where the pilot goes out and hides. Well, again, we'll explain this more at the game, but we really feel like starting the game, both of us had a lot of, we were very excited to try them out because they were really good ideas. And at this game, at Ambush, we're definitely going to try the rush type game mode, the one where there's two bases, the defending team is split up between two bunkers, and the attacking team has to choose which one to attack. Now, again, this isn't story mode, so you don't have to stick Shadow Syndicate Guardians. You can pick what team you want to be on in the beginning of the day. So you have a little bit more freedom there because you're not bound by Divided. So it'll give you more freedom there in terms of like how the style you want to play that day. So I think that'll work out really well. Behind Enemy Lines, are we trying that this game, or are we doing that a different day, or are we just going to try and focus on one game type at a time? What did you want to do?
Here's my recommendation. Again, your guys' input is important. I mean, yeah, we have the game scheduled, but game types are not set in stone. In fact, game types are not set in stone until day of. We always open with Team Deathmatch. That's a great warm-up game. It kind of gives us an idea of how fair teams are. We'll get into teams in the next topic, but I would like to see Kill Confirmed practiced. Do a first run of Kill Confirmed. And we're going to use different color regs for the dog tags. If you've ever played Call of Duty, you have to kill them and pick up their dog tag. So we'll explain the rules on that at the game. I'd like to see a first run of that and see how it goes. And then I would I see so much potential for Behind Enemy Lines to be an amazing game type. Like, there's an objective, but it's everything. Both teams are a little defensive. Both teams are a little offensive. Both teams are going for the same objective, almost, except different sides of the field. Like, There's so much potential, so Definitely. Many moving parts, which makes it a little bit more complicated of a game mode.
But way more rewarding.
Exactly. So much potential for an amazing game. So, now to talk about the teams, what's going to happen game day?
Yeah, game day, I posted a question last night about if you guys were okay with doing same teams the entire day. Now, this is after TDM balancing. Like Andy was saying, we always open up with TDM. That's how we run things. That's because that gives us a good barometer of not necessarily count of players, but maybe even how guns function that day. So what we're going to do, you basically can pick your own side in the beginning of the day when we play TDM, and then we're going to do some tweaking. So how we've kind of thought of it so far is splitting up like quality of gun and maybe the player from what we know of them so far, and just making it as fair as possible because the whole thing was if you're going to be on the same team the entire day, it's going to be a little bit rewarding if you get to the end of the day and you've won 3 games and they've won 2. That gives you it's like, yay, blue team wins the day. That gives you a little bit more incentive to play as a team. So I really, really want to try this. And like I said last night, we posted the question. 4 yes, 1 maybe. I haven't gotten a single negative answer to this, and I've had people message me too saying that this is a good idea. So we're going to go ahead and do it. If it turns out that this game no one likes it, and even with balancing it's an awful, awful idea, we won't do it. So don't feel like it's set in stone, because if it doesn't work out, we're going to change it. We're not that stubborn to where our ideas are set in stone forever. So
right.
Just be confident about it because it'll be really cool.
What's going to happen, hopefully, what we hope for, and I want to be a little bit more open with like what our hopes for a game type or an idea that we had, just so you guys know the goal that we're heading for here is you start the day and then we switch a couple guys here, and by the second game you have your team that you're going to play with all day long. Get a good look at them. play with them that second game. By the third game, you're really going to know who's on your team, who's not on your team. You're going to know who you should shoot at and who you shouldn't shoot at. You're going to start to learn different guys' strengths and weaknesses. Like Caleb was saying, at the end of the day, is what we hope is it will be less just playing airsoft and a little bit more, I want to complete this objective, or I want to support my team by holding this objective, because I know if I let this objective fall, all of my teammates, who are my teammates for the entire day, are going to hurt because of it. There's a little bit more loyalty and camaraderie, at least among the teams, and at the end of the day, we're all Wolf Airsoft. Mm-hmm. So we can all enjoy the day in that respect.
If you want a personal testimony about how this all works, recently I played a day of airsoft out in Kalamazoo, way far away from here, and they did the same teams the entire day, and they had a scoreboard basically. Okay, yellow team won this, red team won this, and at the end of the day, we lost. My team, we ended up losing like 3-8, but I still had a great time because I knew my squad. It's that much fun. So even if you lose, and I did, our team lost, but it was a blast. So even if you lose, trust me, it'll be great. Andy, do you want to talk a little bit about ammo for the rental guns?
At least the past 3 games, I've had issues with guys bringing a rental gun up to me. Hey, this isn't shooting. Now, I know right off the bat I can imagine that Camden's going to be like, I didn't do anything right. It's not necessarily Camden. It's a lot of the times you bring a gun up to me and you're like, hey, it's not firing. I've taken it apart and there's a jam in the barrel or the mag isn't feeding. And I finally clear the jam, and what it is, it's less than quality ammo that we did not put in the gun.
Dunham's, Walmart, anything like that.
Dunham's has good brands, but you're not going to go find the cheapest stuff on the shelf and put it through the gun and not have a problem. Walmart ammo is risky. We've used it in a tight pinch, and some of the guns, cycled it okay. Some of the guns jammed right up. So you're running a high risk there. I would ask, because some of these jams are hard to clear, I would ask that you guys not put ammo in unless you've at least cleared the brand with one of us, an admin, Aaron or TJ. I mean, a short list of brands that are okay: Javelin, Lancer Tactical, Matrix, anything KWA. That's a few that are okay. Now, I've ordered Golden Ball off of Airsplat or Airsoft Megastore, and it didn't function very well through a tight bore barrel or something like an automatic winding gearbox like on the M249. It would jam up. So I would recommend not using Golden Ball. I've had the Crossman from Walmart jam up in a tight bore barrel. And then we were using bulk gray and white ammo from Walmart. You buy 10,000 rounds for $20, which is a decent price for 20 grams, but they're not the best quality. And we were, getting a few jams here and there. So the ammo that we're using right now is Matrix from Evike. And then I think Airsoft GI is Lancer Tactical.
Airsoft GI is, Lancer Tactical, and then Evike does a lot with Matrix.
Right. So those are 2. You want the website, you want the type of ammo. Evike has Matrix. AirsoftGI.com has Lancer Tactical.
I think they might have Matrix too, but I know Evike has a really good price on Matrix.
Right.
You want me to head into Facebook?
Yeah.
Guys, I've been really pleased with how much goes on in the Facebook realm nowadays. But again, I think I said this last video, I would love to see more involvement on Facebook because that draws people into the group. People may look at our Facebook group and see a ton of different posts. Maybe guys are asking questions like, hey, I am looking at buying this gun. Any suggestions? And Andy and I look at Wolf Airsoft like every hour. So I will see your post. I promise you that I will see your post. Andy will too, and we'll do our research. Anything it takes to get you the best recommendation for a gun, or whatever it may be. It could be a question about ammo or something. So if you stay involved in the group, it's gonna not only will it draw the community closer, but it'll draw more people in. So I really encourage you to do that. Guys like CJ, I see on Facebook all the time. I love it. I want to just give him a big hug. That sounds a little creepy, but I do want to give you a hug. I can think of about 4 or 5 people who are regularly on the group, and that's really good to see. And especially when you're coming to the games, and like Jacob Knotts, he's always I always see him on there now. He's been posting. He posted that game type, and a while ago he had a really long, drawn out a post about how his future goals for Wolf and what he's going to do, and us all together what we're going to do. Stuff like that. We not only do we appreciate that, but again, it'll grow the group. So that's very important if we want to get above like 50, and then we'll just buy our own field and we'll set up barricades like a Palace City or something like that. So it seems minuscule, but every post really does count. I love seeing the involvement. Just overall, Wolf right now, I have no complaints. I see people inviting multiple guys over and over again a lot. CJ, Camden, you guys are inviting a ton of people, and it's really good to see. Keep it up. It's really cool. Guys like Rob and Justin, they've been bringing 1 or 2 people, and like I've said this so many times, bringing one person makes a huge difference. Not only does it help balance teams, but you get to build that camaraderie with your friends and make new friends and stuff like that. So I think that's it from me. You got anything else?
Yeah. We keep on writing down topics or thinking of topics for a briefing video. I swear we think of like 30 different topics from game to game, and we had like 3 written down for this briefing.
It works out good. We only have like 3 minutes left.
Right. We got 3 minutes to wrap up this video. This is what I want to say. I got it. We hit 100 members on the Facebook group.
Yes.
Yeah, and we got. I am psyched that we have an average of over 15, about 20 players coming to even the night game.
Yeah, we had 22 people at the night game. People.
That was insane.
At the night game.
You guys deserve all the credit for that. That was awesome.
Oh yeah.
You got free hot dogs. And for those of you that didn't come, I
missed out on free hot dogs.
Right, you missed out. I can't do that next game. Like that comes out of our pockets as admins, and some of the core members of the group might give a donation here and there and help out with that cost. But
we had a member donate those hot dogs.
Yeah.
So.
So good stuff happens as we grow. I think our next number should be to see 100 guys at a game.
Yeah.
Which would just crowd Adams Field, but
yeah,
if we saw that, there's no reason why we shouldn't, as a group, start thinking about buying some land. 100 guys pitching in to buy some land to play airsoft on is not bad. And just talking with Caleb about his experience at Kalamazoo, having indoor, outdoor experience, being able to just set up barricades, not having to worry about someone crashing them down because they didn't like them there. It would be nice to, as a group, have our own field that we can change up. So that's just something to look forward to and set a goal. Let's never become complacent. Let's never be happy with where we're at. Always try to improve. And just remember that you're a part of Wolf Airsoft. Let's have a friendly atmosphere. Let's be courteous to one another, and tensions can rise, but this is Wolf Airsoft. Let's keep it professional, keep it airsoft.
Definitely. Yeah, in the next 5 years, I see this group owning a field, owning a storefront. Everyone who's been a member for like ever, you've been showing up for 2 years now at this point. In 5 years, when we have that field, or 10 years, or whatever it ends up being, you're going to be in a special place. let's just to say the least. But I'm excited. Andy and I talk about. You guys think that we just do a briefing and then we don't think about it? Maybe we talk about this every single day about growing wolf, about owning a field or something like that. So we're definitely excited.
We're over our time, so we'll see you guys at the next game, June 7th.
Yep. See ya.